forehead. Okay, so just the same as in seated, because you're looking at the opportunity to soften the tissues in the region of the neck, you can come from below or you can come from above. So you can use the head and the neck, or you can use the shoulder girdle itself, right? So I can generally test soft tissues, right? Now, sometimes you're going to get, your diagnostic is going to be your gross motion diagnostic. So just a really simple thing, make sure, again, that your hands go as low on the neck as they can. I don't want to see this, right? So you see how that takes it off axis. You're going to turn and then just check to see what that's looking like. So that's one of the ways to get the diagnostic. Does this feel like the direction that there's more restriction of the neck generally?
No.
No, okay. My fault for asking about feelings. Okay, there it is, right there. We've got restriction. The neck will go farther. There's no question the neck will go farther. It's just when I'm starting to get into soft tissue tension. So if this is the side that I'm trying to work on, I'm trying to soften this tissue, right? I'm thinking about this side. I can use the head and the neck, so I can start to look for stuff like that to make it softer. I've got some minor movement behind, right? So you can see his chin moving, fair, right? So I'm doing that. Just trying to get that to soften up. So essentially what we'll be looking for is a change in general motion. Now, if I wanted to add to this, so I did it too quick and I didn't say, add a minor amount of compression. That's not good, but a minor amount of compression is okay. That seems about right to you? Mm-hmm. Okay. Now what we'll do is we'll experiment with the arms. I want you to take your left hand and put it on your right shoulder. Okay. The net result of that, it allows me to soften it up a little bit more. As he's moving into position, it tightens up, but you kind of expect that. And we'll compare it. Okay, so let that down and then just switch arms. So put your right hand on your left shoulder. All right. Would you agree that this allows me to get more softness out of where I'm palpating? Yeah, so keeping in mind that the search is more important. Now, because I have a hand on the head and a hand on the neck, I can't manipulate the arms. I can, so if I want to let off that, I can now start to manipulate the arm and get some of it, but it gets a little sloppy. You can see if I wiggle his head, right? It can get sloppy, right? So I can switch hands and come in from the other side, and I can use this hand to get some softness, but because it's an active hand, it won't work as well, and then I can do stuff like that, right? So trade-offs are always there, but the same thing is happening. It's using the shoulder girdles, so softening from below, softening from above, and get all of this stuff just to look for some softness. Now, this is really mixed because I'm trying to show a multiplicity of options, but also noting when it does soften it up a little bit more. And I have no idea why, but do you think that's my pulse or your pulse? Like here.
I don't feel it from me.
Okay, so it's probably my hand just pulsing. So it's like, oh, wow, look at that. We're getting this real good pulse change. It's like, no, sometimes it's just your own hand. Let that down. So we come back into that neutral position. And essentially what I'm looking for is more range rotating to the left with less soft tissue grab. Okay, so the SCM grab, but it feels looser back here when I turn you to the left. Is that fair? Mm-hmm. Okay, that's really what we're looking for. But it's the same. So regardless of position, because I'm working here, this is an option to help me soften stuff, and the head and the neck are an option to help me soften stuff.